Hey, has Mom already arrived? Does she seem like she's alright?
Yeah, she just got here. We're just bringing her things in now.
Oh, really? I'm glad to hear that. Sorry I left everything for you to handle with that.
Don't worry about it. I know you've been busy with work. It's not like you could really have done much about it, right?
I mean, yeah, but still. Today's the day my mom's going to start living with us, yeah? I just wish I could have been able to help out in some way.
Oh, right, that. Yeah.
Huh? What is it?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure you're going to be okay on your own, Aubrey? I know Mom has some heavy things in her luggage. Don't go throwing your back out trying to carry too much, okay?
I'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about. We've got some movers who are helping carry the really big things, so I don't have to try to lift them myself at all. You've got a day off work tomorrow, right? If there's things we don't really know where to put yet, you can help us figure out the remainder tomorrow.
Okay, I don't think that should be a problem. But please be sure to at least get the bed together, okay? Mom's got a bad back, so having her sleep on something even a bit hard would really do a number on her.
Yeah, I hear you. You've brought it up a million times already. Don't worry. I took care of putting together the bed frame before she showed up. The mattress is supposed to arrive this afternoon too, so everything should be fine. Oh, by the way, sorry to ask, but could you swing by the store on your way home? Your mom's really craving some seafood for dinner. I'd love to go myself, but I gotta stick around in case the mattress delivery comes.
Well, can't you just have Mom stay at home and sign for it while you go to get the seafood yourself? It's not that hard of a problem to solve now, is it?
Are you really fine with letting your mom stay at our house alone?
She's moving in with us now, and honestly, she's been to our place a bunch of times before. I don't get why you're making such a big deal out of it.
But I still haven't gotten to put the lock on my bedroom door yet. That's supposed to be arriving today too.
Hold on a sec. Seriously? You're actually planning on putting a lock on your door? That's like sending a message loud and clear, I don't trust any of you. It's honestly pretty pathetic, you know? And you realize Mom's going to be pretty disappointed about it, right?
This isn't a matter of whether your mom is going to be sad or not. It's about my own privacy. I've had to deal with her going into my room without my permission before, and I'm not about to deal with it now that she's living here.
Why can't you just talk to her about it? She'll understand if you just try talking to her.
Did you forget about how she ripped up my clothes last time?
That was totally unintentional. Are you still holding a grudge against her for that? Come on, why are you so hung up on ancient history and treating accidental mishaps like intentional jabs at you?
Accident or not, I have a right to want to secure my things. Anyway, I'm not going out until the lock for my door arrives. End of story. If you aren't going to buy your mom what she wants, then she'll just have to get it herself. Are you fine with that?
What? Now you're just being mean to her. You really want her to go shopping after she's already exhausted from moving?
Then you go get the seafood your mom wants so much. And tell her that she'll have to wait until you come home while you're at it.
Fine, whatever. I'll just go to the store then come home. Is that fine with you? Make sure to tell Mom to text me if there's anything else she wants to eat. Got it?
Don't worry, I will. In the meantime, I'll get everything cleaned up over here.
So I just took my lunch break and saw a text from Mom. She's wondering where you've been all day and what the plan is for lunch. I know you've been holed up in your room working, but don't you hear her calling out? Come on, give her a thought once in a while.
I don't know what you're talking about. We just saw each other in the living room. And at that time, she didn't say a word to me about lunch or otherwise. Not only that, but yesterday she told me that she was planning to go out today.
Oh, that. Yeah, those plans fell apart apparently. That's why she's still in the house. Now she's asking about how you haven't been out of your room despite it being lunchtime. The least you could do is have lunch with her, can't you? With her plans having been scrapped, Mom's been lonely.
Look, I'm sorry to hear that her plans got canceled, but I can't plan my own schedule around that. I was under the impression that she was going to be gone for much of the day, so I don't have anything prepared for her.
What? So you're telling me she hasn't eaten anything for lunch at all?
Well, yes. What did you expect? We've been eating lunch separately this whole week.
You're kidding. Why haven't you been preparing anything for lunch for her? Have you not been thinking of her at all?
The very first day she spent here, I asked her if she wanted me to prepare something for her, but she just told me that she would make something for herself.
So Mom's just been alone this whole week. I can't believe how cold you're being to her.
What? I'm being cold because I have a job that requires that I work in my room? I don't normally eat in the afternoon. I might have a light snack at best. This is how my work days have gone for ages now.
What's been going on for ages can't just stay the same now that Mom's here. You realize that? Come on, can you at least spend some time with her? 30 minutes even. Why do you think she's living with us in the first place? It's not like she's living here to be alone, you know.
No, duh. She's living here because she wants to be with you, her son. And I can't even be entirely sure of that to begin with. You're the one who brought up the idea of her living with us in the first place. I certainly wasn't asking for this.
Don't say things like that. How dare you? I'm the eldest son in this family. As the eldest, it's been my responsibility to take care of Mom ever since Dad died. Don't you remember that?
Yes, I already know that. But I clearly explained that my job keeps me in my room and that I wouldn't be able to leave it for the whole day when I'm working.
Yes, sure, I do remember saying that. But don't you realize that it's not that hard to even do the bare minimum to not just let her sit there?
I'm not just letting her sit there. She's not a doll. And since she didn't want my help with lunch, I just naturally went back to work. Plus, we're still eating breakfast and dinner with her as it is. And on top of it all, I'm still dealing with all of the housework.
Well, that should go without saying. You're the one who's staying at home after all. It's not like we can have Mom start doing stuff like the housework.
Excuse me? Stuff like the housework? I'm the one at home, so it goes without saying that I have to do it? Have you forgotten that I have a job just like you do? I may work at home, but work is work.
Ugh, right. I phrased that wrong, sorry. But it doesn't change the fact that Mom is lonely. Starting tomorrow, make sure to at least show your face once during the day, even if it's in the afternoon. I would, but I can't exactly go home in the middle of the day.
Okay, fine. But only for a little bit each day. I still have work to do. I don't want to hear any more complaints after this.
Yeah, I get it. Hey, why am I hearing that after Mom went through all the trouble to invite one of her friends over, you just try to chase her friend out of the house?
Chased her out? I have no idea what you're talking about. All I did was ask them to talk a little quieter. Nothing else.
And that's what I mean by you chasing them out. You shouted at them with a super angry expression, didn't you? What else were they going to do after that?
What on earth are you talking about? I did nothing of the sort. I just asked them normally, without even raising my voice.
I don't want to hear your excuses. What is wrong with you? Why are you so intent on butting heads with my mother every chance you get? What has she done to deserve this from you?
Okay, just hold on a second. I know just how important your mom is to you. However, I don't see why you suddenly feel like it's fine to not pay any attention to anything I say. I am your wife. Did you forget that?
I know that, but a wife and a mother are two very different positions. There should be no problem with me only listening to one person's story.
Ah, I see. Well then, there's nothing else I need to talk to you about.
Excuse me? What in the world are you talking about?
I mean, you've clearly heard all you wanted to hear from your mom already, right? And clearly, you're believing everything she says without being open to what I say at all. So what's the point in me saying anything at all?
I mean, sure, but look, just this once I'll listen to what you have to say.
Just this once, is it? Oh, wow. How magnanimous. Whatever. Anyway, you remember what I told your mom this morning, right? We were right in front of you as we were talking. I told her that today I had a really important online conference, so I would need her to be quiet.
What? Yes, I do remember you saying that.
And yet, despite all that, without even so much as warning me, your mother brings one of her friends over. Not only that, but after a friend arrived, she repeatedly knocked on my door and tried to call for me.
And you shouted at them just because of that? Couldn't you have just gotten some drinks for them? It's just basic hospitality.
That's exactly what I did when her friend first arrived. However, I had to return to my room shortly after, as the meeting was starting soon. In the middle of the meeting, they called loudly for me, and they even played loud music with the volume set really high. So all I did was ask them, "Can you please quiet down a bit?" Those exact words.
But there's still the problem of how you said it. And besides, if you had such an important meeting, couldn't you have just gone to some other workspace or something?
Why are you so determined to make this my fault, damn it? I have this all planned out in advance, and I clearly requested what I needed too. Why am I the one who has to meet her demands? If she wanted to bring a friend over, she should have at least told us beforehand. I even asked her about that specifically. And you remember how the both of you agreed, don't you?
Yes, I remember that, but plans always have a chance to change, don't they?
Yes, they do. And when they do, why can't she tell us about it? What's so hard about that?
But wait, still.
I am done talking. I still have work to do and I can't leave it any longer. If we're going to talk about this, it's going to be when you get home today.
Now you hold on. We are clearly not done talking. Aubrey, answer me.
What's going on? Why do you have the door chain locked? Open up!
You mean that after all I've said, you haven't taken any of it to heart?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I heard everything from Mom. I had no idea you were this terrible of a woman, Aubrey.
I still have no clue what you're talking about. Can you please explain what you think I've done that's so terrible?
Don't you give me that. You're not going to get by playing dumb after how much you've pestered and picked on Mom.
Pestered and picked on? What are you talking about?
Stop trying to play all innocent. I'm here being serious with you. I've heard all about all the terrible things you've done for Mom. There's no point trying to deny it anymore.
And I ask it again. What sort of terrible things are you saying I did?
Why don't you look in your heart and think about it? I'm sure it will come up. I've clearly thought about it, and I'm completely lost. My mom came crying to me earlier today, complaining about everything you've been doing. She told me all about how you've been utterly malicious to her. I was so sure you would be doing your best to get along well with her, but clearly she's just had to endure your horrible treatment this whole time.
She's had to endure my horrible treatment, you say? And what might this horrible treatment be? You still haven't answered my question.
You should know very well without me having to explain it to you. I am utterly disappointed in you. I am so disappointed in you. In fact, we're going to get a divorce.
A divorce?
Yes, a divorce. You have just been doing everything in your power to hurt my poor dear mother. I would like nothing more than to sue you and get compensation, but Mom says that she doesn't want to go that far. She is just too kind. You don't deserve her kindness.
Oh, sure. I have seen this all before. Without listening to a single thing I have to say, you're just taking everything your mother says as gospel. Again.
What reason would my mother have to lie to me? You're always like this. Every single time something bad happens, you just act like you've done nothing wrong. I think we've had enough of your lies.
Yeah, I got it. Whatever. Just let me get my luggage at least. Without it, I can't work.
Even now you're just thinking about your work? Without so much as a single word of an apology. I can't believe you. You're utterly incorrigible.
Look, I'm not about to apologize when I don't know what I'm apologizing for. Nor will I apologize when I'm sure I have done nothing worth apologizing for. If you understand, then hurry up and open the door. If you're so angry that you can't even open the door, then just send everything instead.
Yeah, right. I have no reason to do a thing you ask. Sure, you talk all the time like it's about work. But I think it's safe to assume that if we were actually to take a look around, we would find something you don't want us to see. Isn't that right?
No, obviously. You've seen my room before, haven't you?
No, I've completely forgotten. And you think saying things like that will somehow make me open the door? I certainly don't plan on it. If you want to get in, you need to bow down in front of my mother and apologize for everything you've done. It's been a whole week, Aubrey. Why haven't you contacted me at all? What have you been doing? Where are you?
I'm sorry. Is there any reason that I should care? It's not like we're going to be related for much longer. You wanted a divorce, didn't you?
I said that to make it clear how seriously I was taking the issue.
Ah, I see. So it was a threat then? Just another one of your pathetic attempts to intimidate me?
That's not what I meant. What's important is you telling me where the hell you are. We're married, aren't we? Any husband should always know where his wife is at all times.
I'm sorry. Who is it that they said wanted a divorce again? Oh, wait. That's right. It was you.
Look, I've talked to my mother about it, and I think we figured something out. We decided that if you get on your hands and knees and apologize to my mother for everything you did, we will let you come back in the house.
Seriously? Yeah, right. I would never so much as tip my head and apologize to you. It's not like I plan to return to that place anyway. I have no problem with divorcing you at this point after all. If you don't file for it, I certainly will. Goodbye.
Wait, what? What do you mean, goodbye? You're making no sense. I had no intention of divorcing you to begin with. I just wanted you to reflect on what you did, that's all.
You wanted me to reflect? Reflect on what, exactly?
Why do you think you even need to ask that? I'm talking about how you've been so cold and cruel towards my mother ever since she arrived.
Oh, sure. I've been so cold and so cruel to her, despite the fact that I've done nothing. The one who's been constantly bothering people, getting in the way of people's work, the one who's been making everything up off of the top of her head. It's all your mother. You realize that?
No, Mom's not the kind of person who would do something like that.
When meals needed to be prepared, I was the only one who prepared them. And she would leave behind anything that didn't perfectly suit her tastes like a child. Not only that, but any time something happened that didn't quite agree with her, She would blow it out of proportion and complain to you. You would never take my side, taking every single little thing she said, hook, line, and sinker. Not only would you never take my side, you wouldn't even listen to a word I said.
But I thought I told you that I was doing that for your sake. I wanted you to try to understand that it would be better to just get along with Mom. Do you really hate my mom that much that you're willing to badmouth her in any way you can?
So, how about I let evidence do the talking for me instead? I've been recording our interactions for a while now, and I'd be happy to show you. I've got footage of her throwing away the food I worked so hard to make. I've got footage of her hurling abusive language at me. I've got lots of videos recorded, and quite clearly too. There's a pile of evidence of what she's done.
What? You've been recording her? That's illegal. You're such a coward. You'd stoop to breaking the law like this.
All I was doing was collecting evidence. All for a moment like this. Oh, and by the way, this state is one with one-party consent, so she doesn't have to know that I'm recording her, and it's still legal. Anyway, I figured you wouldn't listen to me like always, so that's why I got this all prepared. It's fine now, isn't it? Now you get to live with your precious mother whom you love so much without me getting in the way.
No, hold on a minute. I refuse to get a divorce. Mom says she's willing to forgive you too. Stop being so stubborn and just apologize. Anyway, without you around, the housework will become a lot harder to deal with.
Well, that's just too bad then. I did not live there to just be a maid for you and your mother. If it's just housework you're so worried about, why not have your mother handle it? Though I should warn you that her cooking might be a bit hazardous for your health.
What are you saying? Mom's way too old to handle all of that. There's no way I can make her do housework.
Why not? If you're worried about the place being too big, you're in luck, because you won't get to live there any longer anyway. I'm guessing you forgot that I'm the one who bought it. Alone. That property is in my name. And since it is my name alone, I am now kindly going to ask you to vacate the premises. Now, I'm tired of doing my work in a hotel after all. It may be comfy, but I just don't have the tools I need to do my job properly.
Wait, what? Hold on a second. What are you saying?
If I find that you've so much as touched any of the things in my room, or worse, damaged them, I guarantee you I will be filing a lawsuit and seeking damages. Understand?
No, I haven't done anything at least. You don't need to go that far.
At least? So you may have done nothing, but what about your mother? Are you implying she did something to my room? I imagine she probably didn't really care about my privacy. Did she?
She said that since you weren't coming home, you were clearly having an affair. She felt that you might have hidden something in your room, so she searched through everything to try to find some evidence. But Mom was only doing that because she was worried about my feelings. I'm telling you, Mom didn't damage anything on purpose.
I couldn't care less if it was accidental or deliberate. If she damaged my things or destroyed them, I'm going to sue. Anyone would want to be compensated for their things being destroyed by someone else, whether it be out of malice or negligence. You can be sure that I will be aiming to get you charged with trespassing as well, for which I will also be requesting damages. So, hurry up, fill out the divorce papers, and get the hell out of my home.
No, you can't do this. I don't want to get divorced.
Yes, I suppose that's true, isn't it? After all, I make more than you. Oh, if I remember correctly, your old house is already gone, isn't it? You'd certainly be in trouble if you can't find a place to live fast. Your mother certainly can't work at her age now either, can she? That means you'll have to support the both of you too. I guess on your pathetic income alone, supporting both you and your mother is probably going to be quite difficult, isn't it? Do you perhaps realize now who's to thank for you getting to live this free life up until now?
Yes, I know it's you. Look, I'll talk to my mother about it, okay? Just please don't be so hasty with the divorce.
No. I'm not going to give you another chance. We are getting divorced? Whether you like it or not. I will not accept a single request you make. Even if you completely cut yourself off from your mother, it won't make a difference. I don't want to see your face ever again. I want you out of my life forever. I gave them both around a week to pack up their stuff and move out. Luckily, Mike cooperated and filled out the divorce papers without any fuss, so I was able to file them smoothly. They were both in tears, trying to apologize, but I wasn't about to let them off the hook and allow them to stay. Oh, and let me tell you about Mike's mother. She went through all my belongings without a care and caused quite a bit of damage. So I took legal action and sued her for everything she ruined. They ended up settling out of court and agreed to pay for the damages. But, just to be safe, I changed the locks and installed a new security system. Can't be too careful, right? Honestly, after going through all this mess, I'm seriously considering moving away. It's still something I'm pondering. As for those two, they found a small, cheap apartment somewhere. But without me taking care of everything, Mike's mother couldn't live the way she used to, and she grew resentful of the situation. At least, that's what I assume, because I received a bunch of desperate texts from Mike, begging for help. Obviously, I ignored them and blocked his number. Now that I'm finally free from that mama's boy and his awful mother, I can finally enjoy life again. It's such a relief.